Si Isabela Bella de la Vega Montenegro, ang primary holder ng De La Vega Sovereign Black Card at controlling owner ng De La Vega Luxury Retail Group. Ang kumpanyang may hawak sa Maison Aurelia, Manila. Ang kanyang asawa na si Rafael Montenegro ay supplementary card holder lamang at maaaring gumamit ng credit para sa lehitimong corporate expenses. Ngunit palihim niyang ginagamit ang card para sa hotels, travel at luxury gifts para sa mistress niyang si Celeste Navarro. Nang malaman ni Bella na balak nitong bumili ng Empress of Luzon Collection na nagkakahalaga ng 32 milyong piso, nagkunwari siyang cashier na nagngangalang Isa Mendoza upang makita kung paano gagamitin ni Rafael ang kanyang pangalan, credit at pera kapag inakala nitong wala siya roon. Ang cashier na nakakita sa sarili niyang pangalan sa card. Bago magbukas ang Maison Aurelia, Manila, tahimik pa ang luxury wing ng Greenbelt sa Makati. Sa labas ng makapal na salamin ng butik, unti-unting dumarami ang guards, personal shoppers at drivers ng mayayamang kliyente. Sa loob, kumikislap ang mga diamond sa ilalim ng soft white lights, habang ang mahahabang marble counters ay walang kahit isang fingerprint. Ang pinakamahalagang koleksiyon ay hindi inilalagay sa public display. Nasa loob iyon ng private salon na may biometric vault, 2-person release protocol at cameras na direktang konektado sa Central Compliance Office. Dumating si Bella bago mag-alas 7. Suot ang cream cashier blouse, dark blue blazer at mababang sapatos na ginagamit ng retail staff sa mahabang shift. Tinakpan niya ang mahaba niyang buhok gamit ang maikling wig. Nagsuot ng malaking salamin at manipis na mask. Saka ikinabit ang temporary badge na Isa Mendoza. Sa ordinaryong araw, pumapasok siya sa Maison Aurelia bilang controlling shareholder at chair ng luxury retail group. Ngayon, dumaan siya sa employee entrance at pumila sa tabi ng sales assistants na kailangang ipascan ang bags bago magtrabaho. Hindi niya ginawa iyon upang hulihin lamang ang asawa sa pakikipagrelasyon. Matagal na niyang alam ang tungkol kay Celeste. Ang kailangan niyang patunayan ay kung ginagamit ni Rafael ang kanyang supplementary card sa paraang lumalampas sa business authority, at kung may mga empleyado o executive na tumutulong baguhin ang records pagkatapos ng transaksyon. Sa loob ng 2 buwan, may mga charge mula sa hotels, private clubs, spa at luxury boutiques na nakalagay bilang executive client development. Kapag tinatanong niya si Rafael, lagi nitong sinasabing kailangan iyon para sa investors at brand partners. 3 araw bago iyon, nagpadala sa kaniya ng encrypted message si Lena Santos. Isang 26 na taong gulang na payment compliance employee ng Maison Aurelia. May reservation daw si Rafael para sa Empress of Luzon Collection. Isang set na binubuo ng rare blue diamond necklace, white diamond earrings at sapphire cocktail ring. Ang kabuuang presyo ay halos 32 milyong piso. Mas malala, ang blue diamond sa necklace ay hindi ordinaryong store inventory. Kabilang iyon sa De La Vega Heritage Gem Trust at nakakonsign lamang para sa exhibition at restricted sale. Kailangan ng personal approval ni Bella bago ito mailipat sa buyer. Ayon kay Lena, may 2 invoice packet. Ang unang packet ay, tama, personal jewelry purchase, supplementary card, principal authorization required at heritage gem approval pending. Ang ikalawa ay ginawa para sa VIP desk. Sa bersyong iyon, hinati ang koleksyon sa magkakahiwalay na item at pinalitan ng expense code bilang executive brand partnership gift. Tinanggal din sa customer copy ang linya na nagpapakita sa pangalan ni Bella bilang principal account holder. Nang ipakita ni Lena ang files, sinabi ni Attorney Beatrice na maaari nilang i-freeze ang card agad at kanselahin ang appointment. Ngunit tumanggi si Bella. Kapag hinarang niya ang transaksyon bago dumating si Rafael, maaari nitong sabihin na simpleng reservation lamang iyon. na hindi niya alam ang tungkol sa split invoices. O na regalo iyon para sa isang legitimate ambassador. Kailangan niyang marinig mismo kung paano nila ipaliliwanag ang pagbili kapag humingi ang system ng tunay na authorization. Sa morning briefing, naglakad sa harap ng staff si Hector Castillo, ang boutique manager, Mr. Rafael Montenegro and Emis. Celeste Navarro will use the private diamond salon today. Sabi niya. They are not to be delayed. No unnecessary questions. No discussion of limits in front of Miss Navarro, and no mention of the principal holder unless the system makes it unavoidable. Nagtaas ng kamay ang isa sa senior cashiers. Sir, the collection includes a heritage consigned stone. We need owner release before delivery. I know the policy. Then we cannot package the full set as release merchandise. Prepare it for presentation. The legal confirmation can follow. Sumingit si Bella sa mahinang boses na ginagamit niya bilang isa. What if the payment terminal requests principal authorization? Tiningnan siya ni Hector mula ulo hanggang paa. You are temporary staff. Scan what you are told to scan. Split transactions may trigger compliance review. Do not teach me how VIP transactions work. What should I do if the card declines? Call me. Not compliance. Mr. Montenegro is one of our most important clients. Alam ni Bella na mali ang huling bahagi. Si Rafael ay isang visible client. Ngunit ang account, guarantee at relationship sa private bank ay nasa pangalan niya. Gayunpaman, sa mata ng mga manager, ang lalaking pumapasok na may entourage ang mukhang may kapangyarihan. Ang babaeng bihirang magpakita at tahimik na pumipirma sa likod ng system ay madaling kalimutan. Bandang 10:00, dumating si Celeste kasamang stylist, assistant at social media cameraman. Nakasuot siya ng fitted red dress, pearl white heels at sunglasses na hindi niya agad inalis kahit nasa loob na ng butik. Tiningnan niya ang sales team na para bang pumipili ng mga taong karapat-dapat lumapit sa kaniya. Where is the private salon? Tanong niya. Lumapit si Hector at yumuko ng bahagya. Everything is ready. Ma'am? Is the blue diamond already out? Yes. Good. I do not want to wait for paperwork today. We have a press dinner tonight. Habang papunta sila sa salon, napansin ni Celeste si Bella sa cashier counter. Is she new? Temporary support. Sagot ni Hector. She looks nervous. Probably her first VIP transaction. Gumiti si Celeste. Then she should be grateful. Not everyone gets to see 30 million pesos pass through a machine. Hindi sumagot si Bella. Binuksan niya ang terminal at sinigurong naka-enable ang complete audit logging. Sa ilalim ng counter, pinindot niya ang silent record marker na magtatala ng lahat ng pagbabago sa invoice at authorization request. Makalipas ang ilang minuto, dumating si Rafael. Naka-charcoal suit siya kahit tanghali. May luxury watch at kumpiyansang lakad ng isang lalaking sanay na buksan ang pinto para sa kaniya. Lumapit si Celeste at hinalikan siya sa pisngi. Hindi iyon lihim na kilos. Ang camera ng assistant ay nakatutok sa kanila. At walang pagtatangkang itago ang relasyon. Ready? Tanong ni Rafael. I have been ready since you showed me the necklace. Sagot ni Celeste. I want to wear it tonight. You will. Not borrow it. Own it. Rafael tumawa. That is why we are here. Mula sa cashier station, pinanood ni Bella ang asawa. Hindi niya ito nakilala sa likod ng wig, salamin at mask. Tumingin lamang ito sa kaniya ng sandali, gaya ng pagtingin sa anumang empleyadong inaasahang sumunod. Sa private salon, binuksan ng gem specialist ang black velvet case. Sa gitna ay nakalagay ang blue diamond necklace. Napapalibutan ng maliliit na white diamonds na parang liwanag sa ibabaw ng dagat. Kasama nito ang earrings at ring. Nang isuot ni Celeste ang necklace, agad niyang itinaas ang phone para sa live stream. Some women receive flowers, sabi niya sa camera. Some women receive promises. I receive things that prove I am chosen. Sa salamin sa likod niya, sandaling nakita ni Bella ang sariling refleksiyon sa cashier counter. Hindi niya alam kung para kanino talaga ang sinabi ni Celeste. Ngunit malinaw na hindi lamang alahas ang ipinapakita nito. Ang koleksisyon ay gagamitin bilang public declaration na may bagong babaeng pinopondohan. Pinipili at inilalagay sa tabi ng CEO. Hiniling ni Celeste na dalhin sa kaniyang champagne. Isang junior sales assistant ang lumapit. Ngunit sinabi niyang gusto niyang ang bagong cashier ang magsilbi. Let her see what real clients look like. Sabi niya. Kumuha si Bella ng tray at dinala ito sa salon. Habang inaabot niya ang glass, tinanong ni Celeste, Have you ever touched a diamond like this? Yes. Ma'am. Not through the glass? Yes. Tumaas ang kilay nito. Where? In a previous assignment? Then you should know not to breathe too close to it. Ibinaba ni Bella ang tray. The stone has already been cleaned and inspected. Are you correcting me? No. Ma'am? Good. Cashier should know when to stop talking. Tumingin si Rafael sa kaniya. Celeste, she is particular. Do not take it personally. Bella mahinahong sumagot. Professional rules are not personal. Sir. Then follow them quickly. Inutusan ni Celeste ang gem specialist na simula ng engraving sa inner plate ng ebony box. Gusto niyang ilagay ang kaniyang buong pangalan at ang petsa ng anniversary gala ng kumpanya. Nag-atubili ang specialist. Ma'am, engraving normally begins only after completed payment and transfer release. Rafael is paying. We still need final system approval. Do it now? I will not carry a blank box to the dinner. Lumapit si Hector. Proceed with the engraving plate. The transaction will be completed? Bella tumingin sa manager. Sir, irreversible customization before payment may violate release policy. Mabilis siyang nilingon ni Hector. Return to the counter. Gumit si Celeste. She really wants to feel important. Some employees think rules make them powerful. Sabi ni Rafael. They forget who actually brings money into the store. Hindi sumagot si Bella. Bumalik siya sa terminal. Ngunit hindi niya pinatay ang recording. Nagsimula nang lumitaw ang tunay na problemang nais niyang makita, hindi lamang nila balak gamitin ang kaniyang card. Handa rin silang baguhin ang proseso upang maipakita sa publiko na tapos na ang pagbili bago pa sumang-ayon ang tunay na principal holder. Lumapit si Lena dalang initial invoice. Habang kunwari ay ipinapaliwanag ang tax and insurance details. Tahimik niyang itinuro sa screen ang dalawang saved versions. Sa legal invoice, isang transaksyon ang buong set at may automatic principal authorization. Sa VIP version, 4 ang payment line necklace, earrings, ring at ambassador insurance package. Bawat isa ay nasa ilalim o malapit sa 8 milyong piso. Who entered the split? Bulong ni Bella. Damian's office sent the allocation this morning. Did they mention the purpose? Brand partnership. They also asked us to print Rafael as primary client. Preserve the original email. I already copied the headers and edit history. Any previous transactions? More than we expected. A watch? 2 handbags? Hotel jewelry, insurance, and a private club initiation fee. All linked to Celeste. Were they coded as business? Yes. Do not block anything yet. Lena bahagyang napaatras. Ma'am, what if they demand release? Follow policy. Let them be the ones to order you to break it. Bago matapos ang pag-uusap, lumapit si Celeste sa counter, dala ang velvet box. Hindi pa nakakabit ang engraved plate, ngunit hawak na niya ang necklace na para bang pag-aari na niya. Inilapag niya ng malakas ang box sa marble at muntik itong dumulas. Be careful, ma'am, sabi ni Bella. Then catch it. Nahulog ang maliit na certificate envelope sa sahig. Hindi man lang yumuko si Celeste. Pick that up. Bella tumingin sa kanya ng diretsyo. The certificate should remain with the gem specialist until transfer is complete. I said pick it up. Sa paligid nila ay nanahimik ang staff. Nakatingin si Hector. Ngunit hindi siya sumaway. Sa halip, bahagya siyang tumango kay Bella na para bang ipinapaalalang sumunod. Dahan-dahang yumuko si Bella at kinuha ang envelope. Sinuri niya kung hindi nasira ang seal. Saka ibinalik iyon sa counter. The provenance certificate remains under store custody until authorized release. Tumawa si Celeste. You speak as if you own it. Someone does. At hindi ikaw iyon. No, ma'am. But neither is the person wearing it before payment. Nawala ang ngiti ni Celeste. Hector, is this how your cashiers speak to VIP clients? Isa, mariing sabi ng manager. Apologize. I apologize for the tone. Ma'am, the policy remains the same. Rafael lumapit sa counter. Enough. Complete the sale. Iniabot ni Hector ang VIP invoice kay Bella. Use the corporate partnership code. Tiningnan niya ang document. The item is personal jewelry. It will be worn at the company anniversary gala. That does not automatically make it a corporate expense. Mr. Montenegro approved the ambassador classification. Does the company have a signed contract assigning this collection to Miss Navarro? Legal is preparing it. Then the current transaction is still personal. Nainis si Rafael. Why is the cashier interrogating my executive decision? Because the payment system requires the transaction to match its actual purpose? It is my card. Sa unang pagkakataon mula nang dumating sila, malinaw na tumingin si Bella sa black card na nasa kamay niya. Alam niya ang bigat ng card, ang account number at ang asset portfolio na nagsisilbing guarantee. Siya ang pumirma sa supplementary authority. Siya rin ang may karapatang bawiin iyon. May I see the card? Sir, tanong niya. Inilapag ni Rafael ang De La Vega Sovereign Black Card sa marble counter. Run the full amount. Binasa ni Bella ang pangalan sa ibabaw, Rafael Montenegro. Ngunit sa terminal, lumitaw ang account hierarchy. Primary account holder Isabela de la Vega Montenegro, supplementary user Rafael Montenegro, purpose restriction, approved corporate expenses, high value authorization, principal confirmation required. Sir, sabi niya, this card is supplementary. I know what it is. The collection exceeds your independent authority. My wife will approve it. Has she approved it already? She approves my major expenses. That is not the same as approving this purchase. Celeste sumingit. Do not ruin the moment with technical details. Just charge the card. Bella tumingin kay Rafael. The system may contact the primary holder. Then contact her. Would you like to call her before we proceed? Tumawa siya. Sapat na malakas upang marinig ng buong salon. She is my wife. She signs whatever I tell her to sign. Even personal jewelry for Miss Navarro. Bahagyang tumigas ang mukha ni Rafael. Coded as a company gift. The current documents do not support that classification. Lumapit si Hector at ibinaba ang boses. Isa, Stop questioning the client. Ngunit hindi iniwas ni Bella ang tingin sa asawa. Sir, do you have direct authorization from Isabela de la Vega Montenegro? Rafael inilapit ang daliri sa black card na nasa counter. I do not need to ask permission every time I use what belongs to my family. Sabi niya. Process the purchase. If Bella receives an alert, she will approve it afterward. Sa likod niya, ngumiti si Celeste at muling itinaas ang kaniyang phone para sa live stream. Sa screen, makikita ang necklace sa leeg niya at ang black card sa counter. Dalawang simbolong ipinapakita nilang patunay ng kapangyarihan ni Rafael. Ngunit sa terminal sa harap ni Bella, iisang pangalan lamang ang nakalagay bilang taong may huling salita. Ang sarili niyang pangalan. At sa loob ng ilang minuto, susubukan ng lalaking nasa harap niya kung hanggang saan niya kayang gamitin ang isang card na hindi kailanman naging tunay na kaniya. Ang card na hindi sumunod sa utos ng CEO. Nakatayo si Rafael sa harap ng marble cashier counter. Nakapatong ang kanyang daliri sa De La Vega Sovereign Black Card na ilang taon na niyang ginagamit sa business dinners, foreign conferences at investor gifts. Sa tabi niya, suot pa rin ni Celeste ang Empress of Luzon necklace habang nakabukas ang live stream sa kaniyang phone. Ang mga ilaw ng private diamond salon ay tumatama sa rare blue diamond sa gitna ng kwintas. Dahilan upang kumislap ito sa bawat paggalaw niya. Sa kabilang panig ng counter, nakatingin si Bella sa sariling pangalan na lumilitaw sa terminal bilang principal account holder. Nasa ilalim nito ang pangalan ni Rafael bilang supplementary user at ang malinaw na restriction, app-provide corporate expenses only. Process the full amount. Utos ni Rafael. 32 million pesos. Including insurance and transfer fees? Sabi ni Bella. The transaction requires principal confirmation. Run it first. Sir, the terminal will automatically request authorization. Then let it request. Iniabot ni Bella ang card reader. Ipinasok ni Rafael ang card at inilagay ang security code. Ilang segundo munang umikot ang authorization symbol. Sa paligid nila, halos walang humihinga. Nakahanda na ang ebony jewelry box. Ang customized engraving plate at ang camera ni Celeste na nakatutok sa terminal. Pagkatapos ay lumitaw ang mensahe. Declined principal cardholder authorization required. Nawala ang ngiti ni Celeste. Agad niyang ibinaba ng kaunti ang phone upang hindi makita ng viewers ang buong screen. What happened? Tanong niya. It needs a secondary verification. Sagot ni Rafael. Bella mahinahong sinabi. It requires approval from the primary holder. I can see that. Would you like to call Mrs. Montenegro? No. Then the transaction cannot continue as a single charge. Lumapit si Hector. Could this be a terminal limit? No. Sir? Sagot ni Bella. The card is active. The transaction exceeded the supplementary user's independent authority. Tumingin si Hector kay Rafael. We may process the items separately. Bella nilingon ang manager. That could be treated as transaction splitting. We are selling separate pieces. Sagot niya. The collection was reserved and priced as one set. The client may choose to purchase each item individually. Celeste mabilis na sumingit. Then we will buy them individually. Necklace first. Tiningnan ni Bella ang price allocation. Ang necklace lamang ay lampas 15 milyong piso dahil sa blue diamond. Kahit ito lang ang i-charge, kailangan pa rin ng principal approval. The necklace still exceeds the limit. Sabi niya. Change the allocation. Utos ni Hector. You cannot arbitrarily reduce the declared price of the main stone. We can distribute the collection discount across the other pieces. That must match the valuation documents. Rafael na pabuntong hininga. Why does everything become complicated when low-level employees are given a screen? Hindi sumagot si Bella. Inayos niya ang invoice sa harap niya at hinintay kung anong utos ang susunod. Alam niyang mahalaga ang bawat salitang sinasabi nila. Kung kusa niyang ihihinto ang proseso ngayon, maaaring sabihin ni Rafael na hindi niya talaga balak hatiin ang pagbili. Kailangan niyang hayaan silang gumawa ng malinaw na desisyon. Nag-vibrate ang phone ni Hector. Pagtingin niya sa screen, nakita ni Bella ang pangalan ni Damian Flores. Lumayo ng kaunti ang manager at sinagot ang tawag. Ngunit hindi sapat ang layo upang hindi marinig ng microphone sa cashier station. Sir, the full transaction was declined, sabi ni Hector. Principal authorization, tanong ni Damian sa kabilang linya. Yes. Use the allocation file I sent? The necklace remains above the limit. Reduce the jewelry line and move the remainder to ambassador insurance, campaign appearance fee, and executive image rights. That will create 4 charges. Exactly. The terminal may detect it. Run them through separate merchant categories. Bella nakatingin kay Hector habang nakikinig. Hindi lamang paghahati ng merchandise ang plano. Nais ni Damian na baguhin ang tunay na katangian ng purchase upang magmukhang magkakaibang business expenses. Tinapos ni Hector ang tawag at bumalik sa counter. Use the revised allocation. Who authorized it? Tanong ni Bella. The CFO. Does the boutique have a signed ambassador contract supporting these fees? It is being finalized. Then we cannot charge a non-existent appearance fee. Isa. Malamig na sabi ni Hector. You are not legal counsel. No. Sir. I am the cashier responsible for submitting the transaction accurately. At ako manager na responsable sa kliya. Then your approval should be entered into the override log. Bahagyang nagbago ang mukha niya. Ayaw niyang magkaroon ng record na personal niyang iniutos ang maling coding. Ngunit nakatingin si Rafael at lalong naiinis si Celeste. Kaya wala siyang mapagpilian. Enter my manager authorization. Bella binuksan ang override screen. Please state the reason. VIP corporate brand partnership purchase. Is the jewelry owned by the company after purchase? Celeste tumawa. Of course not. It is mine. Agad na napatingin sa kaniya si Hector. Bella nagtanong. Then why is it coded as a corporate asset or brand expense? Because I represent the company. Sagot ni Celeste. I will wear it at events. Will the company retain the right to recover the collection if your employment ends? Nawala ang ngiti nito. No one is taking my jewelry. Then, it is a personal gift. Rafael inilapag ang palad sa counter. Stop interrogating her. I need the correct transaction purpose. The purpose is whatever I declare as CEO. The bank may not accept that answer. My company will reimburse the account. Has the reimbursement been approved? It will be? By whom? By me. Is there an independent expense authorization for a gift to a person with whom you have a personal relationship? Biglang tumahimik ang staff. Kahit hindi niya tuwirang tinawag na mistress si Celeste. Malinaw ang ibig sabihin ng tanong. Namula ang mukha ni Rafael. You are crossing a line. The payment is crossing several. Lumapit si Celeste at itinapat ang phone kay Bella. This is what happens when insecure employees try to feel powerful. Sabi niya sa live stream. A simple cashier thinks she can question a CEO. Maraming hearts at comments ang dumaan sa screen. Hindi makikita ng viewers ang full payment warning. Ngunit malinaw nilang nakikita ang necklace, ang counter at ang babaeng nakasuot ng uniform na inaakusahan ng pagpapabagal sa transaksyon. Tell them the card is working. Sabi ni Celeste kay Rafael. It is working. Sagot niya sa camera. The store is simply processing a high-value purchase. Bella mahinahong nagsalita. The first transaction was declined. Agad na ibinaling ni Celeste ang camera palayo sa kanya. Do not speak on my live stream. You pointed the camera at me. I did not give you permission to discuss our payment. You also do not have permission to represent a declined charge as completed. Rafael, remove her. Hindi makapag-utos si Rafael na paalisin ang cashier habang nasa kalagitnaan ng payment. Kaya bumaling siya kay Hector. Have another employee process it. Lena lumapit mula sa compliance desk. Sir, changing the cashier will not change the authorization requirement. Who asked you? The terminal routed the declined transaction to compliance. It was a technical decline. It was an ownership authorization decline. Rafael tumingin sa kanyang paligid. Why does everyone in this store suddenly think they have authority over me? Bella sumagot. Because a payment requires consent from the person responsible for the account. She is my wife, and she is not physically present to confirm. Then use the corporate reimbursement code. That does not replace principal authorization. Bumalik si Hector sa revised invoice. 4 na line item ang inilagay. C. 8 million pesos. Heritage necklace campaign usage 7. 6 million pesos. Diamond earrings. Ambassador package 7. 5 million pesos. Sapphire ring. Executive image asset 9. 1 million pesos. Insurance. Appearance, rides, and international coverage. Ang huling halaga ay lampas pa rin sa 8 milyon. Kaya hinati pa iyon sa 2 payment request. Sa kabuuan, 5 magkakahiwalay na charge ang inihanda para sa isang koleksisyon. Bella tiningnan ng manager. You are now attempting 5 charges within minutes using the same card. Same recipient and same reserve collection. They are separate services and goods. Where is the insurance contract? Pending. Where is the appearance rights agreement? Pending. Where is the company ownership document for the jewelry? Also pending. Then all completed documents currently say, this is one personal collection for Miss Navarro. Hector ibinaba ang boses. Do you want to keep this job? Bella hindi umiwas ng tingin. Do you want your name on the instruction? Muli siyang natahimik. Sa huli ay pinindot niya ang manager approval at inilagay ang sariling employee code. Ang unang split charge ay para sa earrings. Ipinasok ni Rafael ang card. Umikot ang authorization symbol at lumitaw. Pending review. Why is it not approved? Tanong ni Celeste. The bank is examining the transaction. Sagot ni Bella. Run the next one. Submitting another charge while the first is under review may increase the risk flag. Do it. Utos ni Rafael. Please confirm that you are directing the store to proceed despite the warning. Yes. Proceed. Bella pinili ang second charge para sa ring. Muling ipinasok ang card. Pending review-related transaction detected. Nagsimulang magbulungan ang sales staff. Ang 2 pending charge ay hindi pa outright declined. Ngunit hindi rin sila maaaring ituring na payment. Gayunpaman, kumikilos na ang engraving specialist sa kabilang mesa dahil sa naunang utos ni Hector. Stop the engraving, sabi ni Bella. Hector napalingon. I did not order a stop. Payment is not completed. The client is purchasing the collection. The system has not approved any charge. Celeste mabilis na kinuha ang ebony box. I need the box for tonight. The box cannot leave the controlled area. I am not leaving yet. You also cannot attach the customized plate. Why are you obsessed with my name? Because customization creates the appearance of completed ownership. I will own it in a few minutes. That has not been established. Nainis si Celeste at inilapag ng malakas ang box. Do you know how humiliating this is? Thousands of people are watching. Bella tumingin sa phone. Then perhaps the live stream should have started after payment. Do not lecture me. I am explaining why public display cannot replace authorization. Si Rafael naman ay muling tumawag kay Damian. The first 2 charges are pending. Continue. Sabi ng CFO, the system may approve them in sequence. The cashier says it will trigger a flag. Then use a second merchant terminal. Narinig ni Bella ang instruction. That would be an attempt to bypass the monitoring system. Rafael tinakpa ng microphone ng phone. You are not part of this call. You are discussing how to process a payment at my counter. Use the second terminal. Utos niya kay Hector. Lena agad na nagsalita. Both terminals are connected to the same compliance network. Then use the branch concierge terminal. That is also linked. Are you telling me there is no way to process a legitimate purchase? There is. Sagot ni Bella. Obtain authorization from the principal card holder. Rafael inilayo ang phone sa tainga. I already told you she will approve. Then call her. I do not report every purchase to my wife. This is not every purchase. 32 million is not significant to our family. It is significant enough that you are trying to divide it into 5 charges. Nagiba ang tingin ni Rafael. Sa loob ng maraming taon, bihira siyang kontrahin ng ganito ng retail employee. Sanay siyang ang kanyang apelido. Title at black card ay sapat upang buksan ang private rooms at patahimikin ang staff. Process the third charge. Utos niya. Bella tumingin kay Lena. Ang batang compliance officer ay bahagyang tumango. I know. Kumpleto na ang system logs. Manager override. Audio instruction ni Damien at malinaw na konfirmasyon ni Rafael. Pinili ni Bella ang third payment line. Muling ipinasok ni Rafael ang card. Sa pagkakataong iyon, mas matagal bago lumitaw ang resulta. Naghintay ang lahat habang tahimik ang private salon. Nakahawak si Celeste sa necklace. Ngunit hindi na siya ngumingiti sa live stream. Sa comment feed ay nagsisimula ng magtanong ang viewers kung bakit napakatagal ng pagbili at kung totoo bang na-decline ang card. Sa wakas ay lumitaw ang pulang screen. Declined. Suspicious split transaction detected. Kasunod agad nito ang panibagong mensahe. All related authorizations temporarily suspended. Napaatras si Hector. What does that mean? It means the system identified multiple connected charges designed to avoid the principal authorization threshold. Sagot ni Lena. Can you clear it? No. The review moved to the private bank's principal control unit. Rafael hinila ang card mula sa terminal. Run it again. The card is temporarily restricted. Use the company account. Bella binuksan ang corporate payment screen. The company code has also been linked to the flagged transaction. Why? Because the charges were coded as corporate expenses connected to the same jewelry collection. Then remove the corporate code. That would return the transaction to personal status and still require principal approval. Celeste mabilis na tinanggal ang necklace sa leeg. You told me this card could not be declined. It has not been cancelled. Sabi ni Rafael. This is a compliance hold. Everyone online saw the screen turn red. The store mishandled the transaction. Bella nagsalita. The system responded to the structure requested by your team. You entered it. Under your instruction and the manager's override. Celeste itinapat muli ang phone sa counter. This boutique is embarrassing a major client. We came here to spend 32 million pesos. And a cashier is acting as if the money belongs to her. Sandaling tumigil ang kamay ni Bella sa keyboard. Sa literal na kahulugan, ang credit, guarantee at principal account ay talagang pag-aari at pananagutan niya. Ngunit hindi pa oras upang ipakita iyon. Kailangan pang malinaw na maitala kung ano ang gagawin ni Rafael kapag hindi na gumana ang card. Lumapit si Hector sa kaniya. Release the necklace and earrings while we resolve the hold. Mr. Montenegro is an established client. Bella umiling. No merchandise may leave the secure salon without approved payment and heritage release. I am authorizing temporary delivery. You do not have authority over the heritage stone. I manage this store. You manage retail operations. You do not own the consigned collection. Put the items in the box. I cannot. Hector, ibinaba ang boses. Isa. This is your final warning. Lena lumapit sa tabi ni Bella. The cashier is following release policy. I was not speaking to you. You are asking her to transfer unpaid jewelry. I am asking her to prepare it while we contact the bank. Celeste, itinuro ang ebony box. I am taking it to the gala. Rafael can finish the paperwork later. Bella humarap sa kaniya. The collection remains store property and trust-controlled inventory until transfer is approved. Do you expect me to attend without the necklace after I announced it? That announcement was made before payment. Do you enjoy humiliating customers? No. I am preventing an unauthorized release. Rafael muling inilapag ang card sa counter. Call the owner of the account. Bella hindi gumalaw. Did you hear me? Tanong niya. Call Isabella. Would you like to speak to her directly? Yes. What will you tell her? That the bank created an unnecessary hold and she needs to approve the purchase. For personal jewelry for Miss Navarro. For a strategic brand partner. Will you tell her the transaction was divided into 5 charges? Those are internal processing details. Will you tell her the items are intended to become Miss Navarro's personal property? That is none of your concern. It will be the principal holder's concern. Natawa si Rafael. Ngunit may galit na sa boses. You do not know my wife. She does not challenge me in public. She understands that my decisions protect the company. Does she know Miss Navarro is wearing the heritage necklace? She will know after tonight. Does she know you are using her credit? She knows I have the card. Permission to hold the card is not permission for every purchase. Stop repeating policy and make the call. Bella tumingin sa terminal. Naka-freeze na ang 5 pending payment requests. Ang unang 2 pending authorization ay automatikong ibinalik sa review queue. Walang perang nailipat. Walang item na maaaring i-release at ang supplementary card ni Rafael ay naghihintay ng final decision mula sa Principal Control Unit. Sa kabilang bahagi ng counter, hawak ni Celeste ang empty jewelry box habang binabasa ang mga komentong nagtatanong kung bakit hindi pa niya naisuot muli ang necklace. Si Hector ay pawis na pawis. At si Lena ay hawak ang tablet na naglalaman ng buong transaction history. Sa phone ni Rafael, naghihintay si Damian na malaman kung may iba pang paraan upang lampasan ang system. Kinuha ni Bella ang telephone receiver ng cashier station. Very well. Sabi niya. I will contact the principal account holder. Ngumiti si Rafael na para bang sa wakas ay natapos na ang maliit na abala. Good. Tell her I need this approved immediately. Tiningnan siya ni Bella mula sa likod ng malaking salamin at maikling wig. I believe, mahinahon niyang sagot. She already knows exactly what you need. Pagkatapos ay pinindot niya ang direct line patungo sa De La Vega Private Bank Principal Asset Control Center, ang linyang hindi maaaring gamitin ng ordinaryong cashier. Ngunit agad na nakakilala sa Secure Authorization Code ng tunay na may-ari. Sa terminal, lumitaw ang bagong mensahe. Principal Holder Contact Initiated. All related transactions remain locked. Hindi pa alam ni Rafael at Celeste na ang babaeng hinihintay nilang sumagot sa kabilang dulo ng tawag ay nakatayo na sa harap nila. At sa sandaling banggitin niya ang tunay niyang pangalan. Hindi lamang ang pagbili ng mga diamond ang makakansela. Ang isang tawag na nagkansela sa lahat. Hawak ni Bella ang telephone receiver habang nakatitig sa secure terminal ng Mason Aurelia, Manila. Sa harap niya, naghihintay si Rafael, na para bang ilang segundo lamang ang kailangan upang utusan ng asawa at ibalik ang kaniyang kapangyarihan. Nasa tabi nito si Celeste. Hawak ang ebony jewelry box at patuloy na binabasa ang mga komento sa livestream. Sa screen ng cashier station ay nakalagay ang malinaw na babala Principal Holder Contact Initiated. All related transactions remain locked. Hindi pa rin naiintindihan ni Rafael na ang taong nais niyang tawagan ay siya ring babaeng nakatayo sa kabilang panig ng marble counter. Mabilis na sinagot ng De La Vega Private Bank Principal Asset Control Center ang secure line. Principal Control Desk. Please state the account identification and authorization purpose. Saping bangga. Hindi gumamit si Bella ng pangalan ni Isa Mendoza. Sa halip, binanggit niya ang confidential account code. Family trust designation at voice authentication phrase na hindi alam ng sino mang supplementary user. Agad na nagbago ang kulay ng terminal mula pula patungong amber. Lumitaw ang mensaheng voice identity match in progress. Napakunot noo si Hector dahil ang ordinaryong cashier ay hindi dapat magkaroon ng access sa antas na iyon ng verification. This is Isabela de la Vega Montenegro. Malinaw na sinabi ni Bella. I am the principal holder of the sovereign black account. I am physically present at Mason Aurelia, Manila. I do not authorize the purchase of the Empress of Luzon collection, any related split transaction, any ambassador fee charge, any insurance package connected to this purchase, or any corporate reimbursement intended to complete it. Nawala ang kulay sa mukha ni Rafael. Dahan-dahan niyang ibinaba ang kamay mula sa counter. Si Celeste naman ay napatingin mula sa phone patungo sa babaeng nakasuot ng cream cashier uniform. What did she say? Bulong niya. Hindi agad nakasagot si Rafael. Matagal niyang kilala ang boses ng asawa. Ngunit tila ayaw tanggapin ng isip niya na ang cashier na kinukutya nila mula pa kanina ay si Bella mismo. Sa kabilang linya. Hiniling ng banker ang secondary biometric confirmation. Inilagay ni Bella ang hinlalaki sa secure sensor sa ilalim ng terminal at tumingin sa camera para sa facial depth scan. Kahit may wig at malaking salamin, kinumpirma ng system ang kaniyang facial structure at retinal markers. Principal identity verified. Isabela de la Vega Montenegro. Sa sandaling lumitaw ang pangalan niya sa screen. Sabay-sabay na tumunog ang mga terminal sa private salon. Ang dalawang pending authorization ay naging cancelled by principal holder. Ang natitirang split charges ay automatikong tinanggal sa queue. Ang black card ni Rafael ay lumitaw bilang supplementary authority revoked. Kasunod noon, ang corporate partnership code na ginamit para sa pagbili ay inilagay sa compliance hold. Ang International Jewelry Insurance Request, engraving release at delivery authorization ay kinansela rin. Revoke all supplementary authority effective immediately. Utos ni Bella Zabanque. Freeze every pending luxury transaction connected to Rafael Montenegro. Celeste Navarro. Executive Brand Partnership. Crown Image Fund and any reimbursement request using De La Vega guarantees. Preserve all transaction histories, merchant category changes, and authorization attempts. Do not close lawful operating accounts of Montenegro Crown Holdings. Restrict only the disputed and non-approved luxury channels pending review. Confirm. Sagot. Ng banker. Would you like all previous supplementary card transactions from the last 12 months placed under retrospective verification? Yes. Flag hotels, jewelry, luxury retail, private clubs, spa services, air travel, yacht bookings, serviced residences, and any payment connected to Ms. Navarro or related parties. Preserve merchant records and beneficiary information. Nang ibaba ni Bella ang receiver, wala nang tunog sa private salon maliban sa mahihinang notification ng phones. Mabilis na dumami ang comments sa livestream ni Celeste. Narinig ng viewers ang tunay na pangalan ni Bella at nakita nilang sabay-sabay na nakansela ang mga payment. Sinubukan ni Celeste na patayin ang live video. Ngunit sa pagmamadali ay mali ang napindot niya at pansamantalang naiharap ang camera kay Rafael, na nakatayo sa harap ng card na wala ng authority. Bella sa wakas ay sinabi niya. Dahan-dahang tinanggal ni Bella ang kaniyang mask. Inalis niya ang malaking salamin. Saka hinugot ang maikling wig. Lumitaw ang mahaba niyang buhok na maingat na nakatago sa ilalim nito. Sa huli, tinanggal niya ang name tag na Isa Mendoza at inilapag iyon sa tabi ng black card. Hindi niya tinaasan ng boses ang asawa. Hindi rin siya ngumiti na para bang nagtagumpay sa isang paligsahan. Yes. Rafael? Sabi niya, the cashier you ordered to process a false corporate charge? The employee Celeste told to pick up her certificate. And the principal holder whose consent you planned to collect after giving away the jewelry? Napaatras si Celeste. You disguised yourself to spy on us. I worked one shift in a store I control to observe a transaction connected to my account. You wanted to humiliate me. You started a live stream before payment, wore a consigned necklace, and announced that it belonged to you. I did not arrange any of those choices. Rafael told me the jewelry was mine. Rafael was not authorized to buy it with this card. He said the account belonged to him. Tumingin si Bella sa asawa. Did you tell her that? Rafael huminga ng malalim. I said the card was available to me. You called it your card. It carries my name. As a supplementary user, we are married. Our finances are connected. Connected does not mean interchangeable. I have used that account for years. For approved business expenses. You approve expenses after the fact before? That did not create permanent authority for every future purchase. You are making a personal matter look like financial misconduct. You attempted to disguise personal jewelry as 5 corporate transactions. Sumingit si Hector. Pilit na ibinabalik ang tono ng usapan sa retail problem. Ma'am Bella, perhaps we can correct the invoice and restart the sale through another payment method? The collection has not left the boutique. Bella tumingin sa manager. You instructed the cashier to use false merchant categories. I follow the client's request. You approve an override without supporting contracts. I believe the documents would follow. You also ordered engraving before payment. For client service. You authorized temporary delivery of unpaid trust control jewelry. It never left the salon. Because the cashier refused your instruction. Nanahimik si Hector. Ilang minuto bago iyon, binalaan niya si Isa Mendoza na mawawalan ng trabaho kung hindi nito susundin ang kanyang utos. Ngayon ay alam niyang ang temporary cashier ay ang controlling shareholder ng boutique at ang taong may huling authority sa heritage collection. Lumapit si Lena, dala ang compliance tablet at 2 sealed folders. Ma'am, the transaction records are preserved? Sabi niya. We have the full terminal logs. Manager overrides? revised merchant codes, and the audio from the cashier station. Ipinakita niya ang unang invoice na nagtala sa Empress of Luzon Collection bilang isang personal purchase na nangangailangan ng principal authorization. Pagkatapos ay ipinakita niya ang ikalawang invoice, kung saan nahati ang koleksyon sa necklace campaign usage, ambassador package, executive image asset at insurance rights. Sa edit history, makikita ang instruction mula sa opisina ni Damian Flores at approval ni Hector. Did Rafael's office request delivery before authorization? Tanong ni Bella. Yes. Sagot ni Lena. There is an email from Mr. Paite, Damian Flores stating, release the jewelry for the anniversary gala. Bella's signature can be obtained after the public appearance. Napalingon si Rafael kay Hector. Why was that email sent to the store? Damian wanted the package ready. I did not tell him to mention Bella's signature. Bella binuksan ang forwarded message. Sa ibaba ng chain ay may reply mula mismo sa account ni Rafael. Proceed. Once Celeste appears wearing the collection, reversing the gift will damage the company more than approving it. Tinaas niya ang tablet upang makita ng asawa ang sariling mensahe. Is this your instruction? Tinitigan iyon ni Rafael. Yes, but I was considering the company gala. You were considering public pressure. I believed the collection would strengthen Celeste's ambassador image. There was no signed ambassador agreement. Legal was preparing one. After you chose the jewelry, she is already a communications director. A job title does not convert a romantic gift into a company expense. Celeste mabilis na lumapit kay Rafael. You told me the company had approved the collection. I expected approval. You said it was finished. I believe the financial team had arranged it. You let me announce it in front of everyone. You chose to live stream because you told me the card would never be declined. Nagbago ang tensiyon sa pagitan nila. Ilang minuto lamang ang nakalipas. Pareho nilang sinisisi ang cashier. Ngayon ay nagsisimula na silang sisihin ang isa't isa. Ngunit hindi hinayaan ni Bella na gawing sapat na depensa ni Rafael ang kasinungalingang sinabi niya kay Celeste. Whether she understood the full structure or not, sabi niya, you knew whose account you were using. I never denied that the principal account was yours. You told the staff, your decision defined the purpose. I am the CEO. You are the CEO of Montenegro Crown Holdings. You are not the owner of De La Vega Private Capital, the principal card account or the Heritage Gem Trust. Rafael inilapit ang sarili sa counter. You are freezing transactions that affect my company. I specifically protected lawful operating accounts. The private bank may review our credit facilities. It should review any facility supported by my guarantees if the same executives are using those guarantees for false expenses. You will scare investors. Investors should be more concerned about a CFO who designs split transactions. We can investigate Damian internally. You were part of the instruction. I did not design the split. You ordered it to continue after the warning. Because I knew the family could afford it. Affordability is not authorization. Kinuha ni Lena ang ikalawang folder. Nandoon ang mga nakaraang transaksyon na konektado kay Celeste. May luxury watch na nagkakahalaga ng 4 million pesos. 2 designer handbags. Private club initiation fee. 3-week service apartment stay. Spa package at chartered yacht weekend. Ang bawat isa ay gumamit ng magkakaibang merchant description, investor retention gift, executive wardrobe, client hospitality, guest residence, wellness partnership at leadership retreat. Celeste na pailing. Those were business related. Who were the clients at the apartment? Tanong ni Bella. It was used during campaign work. Guest logs show only you and Rafael. We held meetings. Where are the attendees? Some meetings were private. Where are the minutes or campaign deliverables? Hindi siya nakasagot. Binuksan ni Lena ang private club application. Si Celeste ay nakalista bilang spouse equivalent executive companion. At ang annual fee ay siningil sa supplementary card. May pirma ni Rafael bilang principal account sponsor kahit hindi siya principal holder. Sa watch purchase naman, ang customer note ay nagsasabing anniversary gift. Ngunit sa company reimbursement file, tinawag itong International Investor Presentation Accessory. Did you authorize these reimbursements? Tanong ni Bella kay Rafael. I signed some executive expenses. Did you disclose the personal relationship? That was private. The conflict of interest was not. Celeste had legitimate brand duties. Then her compensation should have been approved transparently, not hidden inside my credit account. Hector muling sinubukang magsalita. Ma'am, regarding today's collection, the store can keep everything secured. Perhaps the remaining dispute should be handled outside the boutique. Bella tumingin sa necklace na nasa velvet tray. The collection will return to the biometric vault. The engraved plate will not be attached. The provenance certificate remains under trust custody. No employee will be blamed for following the release policy. Tiningnan niya ang gem specialist na kanina ay pinilit simulan ang customization. Was the stone altered? No, ma'am. Only the removable plate was prepared. Preserve it with the order file. Do not destroy anything. Lumapit si Celeste sa tray. At least let me wear the necklace to the gala. We can settle payment tomorrow. No. I already announced it. That does not create ownership. People will laugh at me. You made a public claim before completing a private transaction? You can afford to let me borrow it for one night. This is not about affordability. Then what is it about? Consent, custody, and the difference between a promise and a lawful transfer. Nanginginig ang kamay ni Celeste. You are doing this because Rafael chose me. I canceled the transaction because it violated the account terms, used false business codes, and attempted to transfer a trust-controlled stone without authorization. Your relationship explains the motive. It is not the only violation. Would you approve the necklace if it were for you? I would not need Rafael to hide the purpose from the principal holder if I were buying it with my own funds. Bumaling si Bella sa security officer ng boutique. Do not detain anyone. Preserve the footage and prevent removal of the collection or documents. Mr. Montenegro and the Miss Navarro may leave when their personal belongings have been checked. The black card remains bank property under revocation protocol. Rafael agad na kinuha ang card mula sa counter. You cannot confiscate a card with my name. The issuing agreement allows recovery after supplementary authority is revoked. I will return it later. Then the bank will classify it as an unrecovered revoked instrument. Nagkatinginan sila ng matagal. Sa huli, inilapag ni Rafael ang card. Hindi dahil gusto niyang sumunod, kundi dahil alam niyang anumang pagtatangka niyang dalhin iyon ay madaragdagan lamang ang record ng paglabag. Dumating si Attorney Beatriz sa private salon kasama ang Head of Retail Governance at isang representative ng De La Vega Private Bank. May dala siyang formal preservation notices para sa store, company finance office at mga merchant na konektado sa flagged transactions. The bank has confirmed the revocation. Sabi niya, all disputed luxury channels are frozen pending audit. Lawful payroll, vendor and operating accounts remain active. Rafael napatingin sa kaniya. You prepared this before the transaction. We prepared the legal response. Sagot ni Beatrice. You supply the conduct. This is a marital conflict. It became a corporate and banking matter when you use restricted credit, false expense codes, and company reimbursement plans. I have authority to approve company gifts, not through your wife's supplementary account without her consent. Bella has supported the company for years. That support was not a blank transfer of ownership. Bella lumapit sa ebony box at isinara ito. Sa loob ay nanatili ang necklace, earrings at ring, na ilang minuto lamang ang nakalipas ay tinawag ni Celeste na patunay na siya ang piniling babae. Ngayon, ang collection ay buo pa rin. Hindi nabili at hindi na ilipat. Hindi pinunit ni Bella ang engraving plate o itinapon ang ribbon. Ang bawat bagay ay inilagay sa evidence inventory dahil mas mahalaga ang katotohanang maipapakita nito kaysa sa maikling kasiyahan ng pagsira. Bago ilipat ng gem specialist ang kahon pabalik sa vault, tumingin si Bella kina Rafael at Celeste. You could have stood here with your own payment, your own authorization, and an honest explanation of what you were buying. Instead, you used my account, divided the transaction, and planned to make the public announcement before asking me. Rafael sumagot. I believed you would eventually approve it. That belief was the privilege you abused. Do you want everyone to know the company depends on De La Vega guarantees? I want the company to stop pretending those guarantees belong to you. Celeste mahina ngunit galit na nagsabi. You made me look like a woman who cannot afford her own jewelry. Bella tumingin sa kaniya. You tried to become the owner of jewelry purchased with another woman's credit. Pagkatapos ay inabot niya kay Lena ang sealed transaction folder. Send copies to the audit committee and preserve the livestream recording. Bago tuluyang isara ang biometric vault, sinabi ni Bella ang pangungusap na narinig ng lahat ng empleyado, camera at viewers na hindi pa nakakaalis sa live feed. You may place the necklace around her neck. Rafael, you may hand her the box in front of every camera and call it a gift. But you cannot use my money to turn your promise into the truth. Sumara ang vault door at lumitaw sa panel ang bagong status. Transfer, canceled collection, return to owner custody. Sa marble counter, wala ng black card sa kamay ni Rafael. Wala ng diamond sa leeg ni Celeste at wala ng manager na makapag-override sa sistemang kinikilala ang tunay na principal holder. Ngunit ang kinansilang transaksyon ay simula lamang. Sa loob ng mga susunod na araw, bubuksan ng audit ang bawat hotel room, private trip, apartment payment at luxury gift na itinago sa likod ng salitang business. At sa unang pagkakataon, mauunawaan ni Rafael na hindi niya nawala ang kapangyarihang gamitin ng card dahil lamang tumawag si Bella sa bangko. Nawala niya iyon noong matagal na niyang piniling maniwala na ang pangalan ng asawa sa account ay isang formalidad na maaari niyang baliwalain. Ang CEO na akala niya ay kanya ang credit ng asawa? Kinabukasan matapos makansela ang pagbili ng Empress of Luzon Collection, nagsimula ang Emergency Financial and Governance Review sa pangunahing boardroom ng Montenegro Crown Holdings sa Bonifacio Global City. Sa labas ng gusali, patuloy ang normal na trabaho ng mga empleyado. Bukas sa mga tindahan at walang payroll o vendor account na isinara. Ngunit sa loob ng boardroom, naka-freeze ang lahat ng disputed luxury channels, executive image accounts, reimbursement requests, at supplementary card privileges. Sa mahabang mesa ay nakalagay ang revoked sovereign black card ni Rafael. Ang dalawang magkaibang invoice para sa Diamond Collection. Ang removable engraving plate na may pangalan ni Celeste at ang transaction logs na nagpakitang 5 magkakahiwalay na charge ang ginawa upang iwasan ang principal authorization threshold. Hindi si Rafael ang namuno sa meeting. Ang agenda ay pinangasiwaan ng Independent Audit Chair, kasama ang mga kinatawan ng De La Vega Private Capital, Montenegro Crown Holdings, External Forensic Accountants at Bank Risk Counsel. Nasa isang dulo si Bella. Katabi sina Attorney Beatriz at Lena. Sa kabilang panig ay nakaupo sina Rafael, Marco, Damian at ang kanilang mga abogado. Pinayagang dumalo si Celeste kasama ang sariling counsel dahil marami sa mga disputed expenses ay nakapangalan o direktang konektado sa kaniya. This review is not being conducted to determine who betrayed whom in a marriage, sabi ng audit chair. It concerns restricted credit, false expense classifications, undisclosed conflicts of interest, and the use of De La Vega guarantees for personal benefits. Unang nagsalita si Rafael. The jewelry purchase was never completed. Sabi niya, no funds left the account. The collection remained in the vault, and the supplementary card has already been revoked. We should correct the process, investigate the accounting errors, and avoid creating unnecessary instability for the company. Tumingin si Bella sa kaniya. The transaction failed because the bank detected the structure and I cancelled it. The fact that the controls worked does not erase the attempt. It was a proposed corporate gift. There was no approved gift agreement. Celeste represents the brand. She was also your undisclosed romantic partner. That relationship does not erase her professional value. No. But it requires independent review before company or third-party funds are used for her personal property. Ipinakita ni Lena ang full sequence mula sa Maison Aurelia. Ang unang purchase request ay tama ang classification personal jewelry. Supplementary card. Principal approval required. Pagkatapos ng unang decline, may tawag mula kay Damian kay Hector upang hatiin ang koleksiyon sa necklace campaign usage. Ambassador package, executive image asset at insurance rights, nang hindi pa rin pumasa. Iniutos ni Rafael na gamitin ang ikalawang terminal at corporate reimbursement code. Nasa recording din ang boses niyang nagsasabing makukuha ang pirma ni Bella matapos isuot ni Celeste ang necklace sa public gala. Tinanong ng audit chair si Rafael, did you know the primary account holder had not approved the purchase? Yes. Did you instruct the store to continue? Yes. Did you expect Mrs. Montenegro to approve it after Ms. Navarro appeared publicly wearing the collection? I believe she would consider the damage to the company if she reversed a visible ambassador gift. So public pressure was part of the plan. I would not describe it that way. Your own message did. Sunod na binuksan ang retrospective review sa 12 buwang paggamit ng supplementary card. Hindi lahat ng charge ay mali. May tunay na investor dinners, conference flights, approved hotel stays at client gifts na malinaw ang supporting documents. Ngunit may mahigit 40 transaksyon na kulang o hindi tugma ang business purpose. Kasama rito ang private club initiation fee ni Celeste, isang 3-week serviced apartment sa Makati, yacht weekend sa Palawan, spa retreat, jewelry insurance, 2 designer handbags, luxury watch at ilang international trips na walang verified clients o campaign deliverables. Sa bawat charge ay may business-sounding description. Ang serviced apartment ay tinawag na corporate guest residence. Ang yacht trip ay leadership strategy retreat. Ang spa package ay wellness brand immersion. Ang luxury watch ay investor presentation accessory. Ngunit nang tingnan ang guest logs, travel manifest at campaign reports, sina Rafael at Celeste lamang ang lumilitaw sa karamihan ng mga petsa. Were strategic meetings held in the apartment? Tanong ng forensic accountant. Yes. Sagot ni Rafael. Who attended? Celeste and I. Any other executive? Not always. And client? Some discussions were confidential. Where are the minutes? We do not record every private strategy session. Where are the campaign outputs? Celeste's public appearances supported the company. Ipinakita ng accountant ang social media calendar. Sa 3 linggong pananatili sa apartment, 2 lamang ang may official company post. Ang iba ay personal photographs. Private dinners at weekend content na walang Montenegro branding. The property may have had occasional business use, sabi ng accountant. But the records do not support charging the entire stay as a corporate guest residence. Celeste sumingit. I was always on call for the company. My image itself was part of the brand. Bella tumingin sa kaniya. Then your contract should have defined what the company paid for and what remained personal. Rafael said flexibility was part of my role. Flexibility is not a blank expense account. I brought attention to the company. You also received benefits that were never disclosed to the board. Because the board was low. No, because disclosure would have shown the conflict. Pagkatapos ay ipinakita ni Beatriz ang Celeste Navarro Executive Image and Lifestyle Fund. Isang internal proposal na ginawa ni Damien at Marco 4 na buwan bago ang jewelry purchase. Nakalaan dito ang annual wardrobe allowance, apartment, travel, private club fees, security, jewelry loans, at image development budget. Sa unang pahina, tinawag itong compensation package para sa future Global Communications Director. Ngunit sa confidential appendix, may provision para sa 5% equity option sa luxury retail division at permanent access sa isang De La Vega-backed credit facility. Napatingin si Rafael sa dokumento. I never approved a permanent credit facility for Celeste. Tumingin si Celeste kay Damian. You said Rafael supported the full package. I said he supported the concept. Sagot ng CFO. I approve an image budget. Sabi ni Rafael. Not equity and not access to Bella's family credit. Damian inayos ang kaniyang salamin. The proposal assumed a broader brand consolidation between Montenegro Crown Holdings and De La Vega Luxury Retail Group. Who authorized that assumption? Tanong ni Bella. We expected marital and corporate alignment. You expected my assets to merge because I was married to your CEO. The company needed stronger guarantees for expansion. My marriage was not a financing agreement. Binuksan ni Beatriz ang financing section. Nandoon ang planong gamitin ang De La Vega guarantee structure upang dagdagan ang working capital line ng Montenegro Crown Holdings at pondohan ang bagong luxury lifestyle division. Ang proposed division ay pamumunuan ni Celeste. Habang ang jewelry, fashion at private club expenses niya ay ilalagay bilang brand building costs. Upang makuha ang dagdag na credit, kailangan ng approval ni Bella. Ngunit sa internal strategy note ni Damian ay nakasulat. Public rollout should precede formal guarantee confirmation. Once the market sees the Montenegro Navarro luxury platform, withholding approval will appear destructive. Tinanong ng audit chair si Damian. Did you plan to launch a division before obtaining the guarantor's consent? We intended to secure market momentum. You intended to create pressure. We believe Mrs. Montenegro would protect the company. Bella mahinahong sumagot. You treated my concern for employees as a financial instrument. The company has thousands of workers. And you use their jobs to justify unauthorized lifestyle spending. We were trying to create growth. You were trying to make refusal politically and emotionally expensive. Lumipat ang review sa limit increase request para sa Sovereign Black Card. 3 buwan bago ang jewelry purchase. May electronic form na humihiling na itaas ang Independent Transaction Authority ni Rafael mula 8 milyon tungong 20 milyon. Sa form ay may digital acknowledgement na tila galing kay Bella. Ngunit ipinakita ng bank logs na hindi nagmula sa kaniyang secure device ang request. Ang verification token ay na-generate mula sa Executive Finance Office ni Damian. Did you submit this, tanong ni Beatrice? Damian tumingin kay Marco bago sumagot. My office prepared the package. Who entered the acknowledgement under Bella's name? A staff member may have used a save authorization template. A save template cannot substitute for biometric consent. The bank rejected the request because the signature was not valid. Rafael biglang lumingon sa CFO. You told me Bella had delayed the increase. She had not approved it. You said it was under routine review. It was. You used her name without authority. I did not personally enter the acknowledgement. Tumingin si Bella kay Rafael. Did you know an increase was requested? Yes. Did you ask me? I believe Damian's office had coordinated it. You discussed increasing access to my account without speaking to me? I thought it was administrative. You considered my consent administrative because the money had become familiar to you? Hindi nakasagot si Rafael. Sa loob ng maraming taon, sanay siyang gumamit ng card para sa lehitimong corporate needs. Sa tuwing may malaking event o emergency, madalas pumapayag si Bella matapos suriin ang gastos. Sa paglipas ng panahon, ang paulit-ulit na approval ay naging expectation. Ang expectation ay naging entitlement. At ang entitlement ay naging paniniwalang ang pangalan ni Bella sa account ay formalidad lamang. Sinuri rin ang mga reimbursement mula sa Montenegro Crown Holdings patungo sa card account. Sa ilang kaso, tunay na business expense ang ibinalik ng kumpanya. Ngunit may mga pagkakataong personal benefits ni Celeste ang nireimburse gamit ang malalawak na categories tulad ng communications development, leadership representation, at premium client access. Ang ilan ay inaprubahan ni Marco. Ang iba ay direkta mula sa office ni Damian. Kapag kulang ang resibo, ginagamit ang handwritten certification ni Rafael bilang sapat na supporting document. Why did finance accept the CEO's certification without beneficiary disclosure? Tanong ng audit chair. Marco sumagot. Executive expenses are often confidential. Confidential from whom? From ordinary staff and outside reviewers. Not from the board. Some details involve personal security. Designer handbags do not create a security exemption? Muling nagsimulang magturuan ang grupo. Sinabi ni Marco na si Damian ang gumawa ng accounting structure. Iginiit ni Damian na si Rafael ang ultimate approver. Sinabi ni Celeste na pinaniwala siyang approved compensation ng apartment, club membership at jewelry. Si Rafael naman ay nagsabing hindi niya alam na may sariling interest si Damian sa expense processing consultancy na tumatanggap ng fee sa bawat luxury transaction. Ipinakita ng forensic accountant ang beneficial ownership record ng Crown Executive Expense Solutions, ang kumpanyang nagbibigay ng confidential lifestyle administration sa Montenegro Group. May indirect financial interest si Damian sa pamamagitan ng family trust. Sa bawat hotel booking, luxury purchase, at private club payment na dumaan sa kumpanya, nakakatanggap ito ng processing fee. Tumingin si Rafael sa CFO. You profited every time these expenses were approved. The company needed discreet handling. You encouraged the spending because your firm earned from it. I disclosed an advisory relationship, not the beneficial ownership. Damian huminga ng malalim. You wanted no questions asked. I built a system that delivered that. Tahimik ang boardroom. Ang pangungusap na iyon, ang pinakasimpleng paglalarawan ng nangyari. Nais ni Rafael ng mabilis na access. Gusto ni Celeste ng lifestyle package. Gusto ni Marco ng operasyon na hindi nahihinto at gusto ni Damian ng bayad sa bawat transaksyon. Ang lahat ay umasa sa iisang bagay na patuloy na sasalo ang pangalan. credit at guarantee ni Bella kahit hindi siya kinokonsulta. Ngunit hindi hinayaan ni Bella na gamitin ni Rafael ang panlilinlang ni Damian at Marco bilang buong depensa. They designed methods that benefited them. Sabi niya, "But you created the demand." Damian hid his interest from me. You hid Celeste's interest from the board. Marco misclassified the reimbursements. You signed the certifications. Celeste believed the benefits were approved. You told her they were. They all used my position. You used my credit. Natapos ang forensic presentation sa proposal na gawing public co-leader si Celeste ng bagong luxury division. Sa media plan, si Bella ay ilalarawan bilang legacy investor na unti-unting umaalis sa public role. Si Celeste naman ang magiging modern female face ng merged lifestyle platform. May confidential contingency clause din kapag tumanggi si Bella sa guarantee consolidation. Maaaring sisihin ang traditional ownership resistance sa anumang expansion delay. Tumingin si Bella kay Celeste. Did you approve this messaging? I approved a modern leadership campaign. Did you know it would describe me as a passive legacy investor? Rafael said you preferred privacy. Privacy is not surrender. He said that you would eventually step back from a company and account I control. He said marriage would make the structure simple. Bella bumaling sa Asawa. Did you promise her a place in the De La Vega retail group? I said we might integrate the businesses. Without asking me. I believed integration benefited both families. You also believe you could announce it first. Rafael hindi nakasagot. Pagkatapos ng 7 oras na review, bumoto ang board sa immediate consequences. Si Damian ay sinuspinde bilang CFO at nalak ang access niya sa finance, reimbursement at banking systems. Ang lahat ng bayad sa Crown Executive Expense Solutions ay inilagay sa forensic hold. Si Marco ay inalis sa Executive Expense Approval at Corporate Reimbursement Authority. Ang lifestyle fund ni Celeste ay permanenteng kinansela. Nawala ang kanyang apartment allowance, club membership, luxury travel budget, at lahat ng access sa De La Vega back payment channels. Pansamantala rin siyang tinanggal sa communications leadership habang nire-review ang kaniyang employment conduct at conflict disclosures. Si Hector ay inilagay sa administrative review ng Mason Aurelia. Hindi siya agad tinanggal. Ngunit inalis ang kanyang authority sa high-value releases, merchant code overrides at heritage inventory. Ang kaniyang desisyon na itulak ang transaction splitting at temporary delivery ay kailangang suriin ng hiwalay. Samantala, si Lena ay binigyan ng direct reporting protection at pansamantalang itinalagang lead compliance officer sa boutique. Huli nilang tinalakay si Rafael. Ang kaniyang lawful personal accounts at shares ay hindi kinuha. Ngunit permanenteng nawalan siya ng access sa sovereign black card. De La Vega Family Credit, guaranteed luxury accounts, at discretionary executive reimbursements. Ang bawat high-value expense sa Montenegro Crown Holdings ay kailangan ng aprobahan ng Independent Finance Committee. Hindi na niya maaaring gumamit ng handwritten CEO certification bilang tanging dokumento para sa personal o related party benefit. Pagkatapos ay bumoto ang board sa kanyang posisyon bilang CEO. Kinilala ng mga direktor ang tunay niyang kontribusyon sa paglago ng Montenegro Crown Holdings. Siya ang nagdala ng mahahalagang real estate partners, retail tenants at international investors. Ngunit ang paggamit niya sa restricted card, pagtatago ng conflict at pagtatangkang gamitin ang public gala upang pilitin ang garantor ay itinuturing na seryosong governance breach. Sa 9 na voting members, 7 ang bumoto para suspindihin siya bilang CEO pending final proceedings. 1 ang tumutol at 1 ang nag-abstain. Are you removing me because my wife is angry? Tanong ni Rafael. Sumagot ang audit chair. You are being suspended because you treated restricted third-party credit as personal executive authority. Tumingin siya kay Bella. You controlled the outcome. I controlled enough votes to prevent the evidence from being ignored. You could have protected the company. I protected lawful operations, payroll and vendor accounts. You did not protect me. Your title is not the company. Matapos ang meeting, hinabol ni Rafael si Bella sa private banking lounge sa ibabang palapag ng building. Sa loob ay walang kamera, reporters o diamond display. Nasa pagitan lamang nila ang glass table at ang revoked black card na inilagay sa sealed bank envelope. You made everyone see that I depended on you. Sabi niya, you did depend on my guarantees. I built a successful company. Yes. I am not some man living entirely on his wife's money. I never said you were. Then why expose every account? Because you used the successful parts of your life to hide the parts financed without consent. You could have spoken to me privately. I asked about the hotel, apartment and club charges. I explained them. You mislabeled them. I was trying to keep the company image stable. You were trying to keep two lives funded from one account. Humina ang boses ni Rafael. Did I lose everything when you called the bank? You did not lose what lawfully belongs to you. I lost the card, the guarantees and the CEO position. You lost access, not ownership. When did I lose your trust? Before the jewelry store. Because of Celeste? Because every time the system asked for my consent, you looked for a way around it. Was there any chance you would have approved the necklace? No. Because she is my mistress. Because it was a 32 million peso personal gift hidden as corporate spending and tied to a trust-controlled stone. So there was never a way. There was an honest way. Use your own unrestricted funds. Disclose the conflict and accept the consequences. And if I could not afford it without your card, then you had no right to promise it. Tiningnan niya ang sealed envelope. I thought the card was part of our marriage. It was an authorized tool. I used it for years. With limits. You rarely said no. You mistook generosity for surrender. Why did you wait until the store? Because I needed to see whether you would stop when the first transaction was declined. And I did not. No. You divided it, changed the description, and ordered the staff to release the jewelry before approval. Napaupo si Rafael. Sa unang pagkakataon, wala siyang sagot na maaaring ilipat kina Damian, Marco, Hector o Celeste. Ang bawat isa ay tumulong. Ngunit ang card ay siya ang nag-abot. Ang bawat warning ay siya ang piniling balewalain. Bago umalis si Bella, tumigil siya sa tabi ng pinto. You did not lose the right to use my credit when I called the bank. Sabi niya, you lost it when you decided the name on the account belonged to someone whose consent could always be collected later. Iniwan niya si Rafael sa banking lounge kasama ang sealed card na may sarili niyang pangalan sa ibabaw ngunit wala ng kapangyarihan sa likod nito. Sa labas, patuloy ang operasyon ng kumpanya. Ngunit hindi na nito maitatago ang pagkakaiba sa pagitan ng lalaking sanay gumastos at ng babaeng tunay na may pananagutan kapag dumating ang singil. Ang kayamanang hindi ginawang regalo ng paghihiganti. 10 buwan matapos makansela ang pagbili ng Empress of Luzon Collection. Natapos ang forensic review sa Montenegro Crown Holdings, De La Vega Back Credit Facilities, Maison, Aurelia, Manila at lahat ng executive expense channels na konektado kina Rafael at Celeste. Hindi isinara ni Bella ang mga lehitimong tindahan, real estate projects o operating accounts ng kumpanya. Patuloy na natanggap ng mga empleyado ang kanilang sahod. Nabayaran ng mga suppliers at natuloy ang mga kontratang walang kaugnayan sa disputed luxury spending. Ang mga naka-freeze lamang ay ang mga personal benefit, false reimbursements, supplementary card privilege at lifestyle fund na walang sapat na authorization. Sa ilalim ng bagong sistema, malinaw nang pinaghiwalay ang corporate expense, personal expense at third-party guaranteed credit. Ang bawat high-value transaction ay kinakailangang may tunay na business purpose, nakapangalan na beneficiary, at independent conflict review. Hindi na maaaring gamitin ang mga malalawak na label tulad ng executive representation, leadership retreat o image development ng walang supporting documents. Kapag may romantic, family o personal relationship ang recipient sa nag-aaprobang executive, automatikong inililipat ang desisyon sa independent committee. Walang CEO, CFO o manager ang maaaring baguhin ang merchant category matapos ma-decline ang isang transaksyon nang hindi nagbubukas ng compliance investigation. Ang supplementary cards ay hindi na basta ibinibigay bilang simbolo ng tiwala o status. Bawat cardholder ay kailangang pumirma sa malinaw na usage agreement, dumaan sa annual review, at tumanggap ng real-time notice kapag lumalapit sa authorization limit. Ang system ay automatikong nagbablock sa magkakaugnay na charges na may parehong merchant, recipient o reserve item kapag pinaghihinala ang hinati lamang upang makaiwas sa approval. A card is not authority. Sabi ni Bella sa bagong Finance Committee, it is a limited instrument. The authority remains with the account holder and the purpose written in the agreement. Sa Maison Aurelia, Manila, permanenteng ipinagbawal ang pag-release ng jewelry bago makompleto ang payment, insurance at ownership transfer. Ang heritage consigned stones ay hindi na maaaring ilabas mula sa vault nang walang dalawang independent approvals, kasama ang confirmation ng legal owner o trust representative. Ang engraving, customization, at public presentation ay maaari lamang simulan kapag final na ang transfer. Hindi na sapat ang pangako ng isang VIP client o ang utos ng manager na susunod ang dokumento pagkatapos. Si Lena Santos ay itinaas bilang Director of Luxury Transaction Integrity and Client Protection. Ang batang compliance employee na muntik patahimikin dahil ipinagtanggol niya ang system warning ay nagkaroon ng direct reporting line sa Retail Governance Board at Private Bank Risk Office. May authority siyang mag-freeze ng suspicious transaction kahit pa ang customer ay CEO, politician, celebrity o miyembro ng pamilyang may-ari. Sa promotion ceremony, ibinigay ni Bella kay Lena ang framed copy ng unang terminal warning na lumitaw nang subukang bilhin ni Rafael ang Diamond Collection Principal Cardholder Authorization Required. Tinanong ni Lena kung bakit dapat itago ang isang mensaheng nagpapaalala sa pinakamasamang araw ng butik. Because it was not a failure. Sagot ni Bella. It was the moment the system asked the correct question and someone refused to silence it. What if a future principal holder asks me to bypass the rule? Tanong ni Lena. Ask for the lawful basis. And if there is none? Refuse. Even if the request comes from you? Especially if it comes from me. Ownership gives responsibility, not immunity. Ang mga cashier, sales assistant at gem specialist na tumangging ilabas ang koleksyon ay nakatanggap ng formal protection laban sa retaliation. Nagkaroon din ng anonymous reporting channel para sa mga empleyadong pinipilit ng VIP clients o executives na baguhin ang invoice, merchant code o beneficiary information. Hindi na maaaring gamitin ng manager ang banta ng pagkawala ng trabaho upang pilitin ang cashier na iproseso ang maling transaksyon. Si Hector Castillo ay hindi agad tinanggal ng lumabas ang final audit findings. Napatunayang inutusan niyang hatiin ang transaksyon. Ginamit ang manager override at tinangkang pahintulutan ang temporary delivery ng unpaid jewelry. Ngunit napatunayan ding hindi siya nakinabang ng personal. Nakipagtulungan siya sa investigation at inamin na natakot siyang mawalan ng influential client. Inalis siya sa boutique manager posisyon. Isinailalim sa isang taong compliance retraining at kalaunan ay ibinalik bilang client services coordinator na walang authority sa payment override o inventory release. Sa final interview, sinabi niya kay Bella, "I thought protecting the client meant protecting the store. Protecting a client from embarrassment is not the same as protecting the store from risk." Sagot niya, "I did not know the cashier was you. That is not the lesson. What is? You should not need to recognize the owner before respecting the employee who says the transaction is wrong." Si Damian Flores ay tuluyang natanggal bilang CFO. Ang indirect financial interest niya sa Crown Executive Expense Solutions, ang false merchant categories at ang invalid limit increase request gamit ang pangalan ni Bella ay naging bahagi ng professional, civil at banking investigations. Ang disputed advisory payments ay na-freeze at malaking bahagi ng processing fees ay inutusang ibalik. Hindi siya pinayagang gamitin ang depensang si Rafael ang ultimate executive approver. A financial officer is not hired to make an improper desire look like a legitimate invoice. Sabi ng audit chair. Si Marco ay permanenteng inalis sa Executive Expense Approval at Reimbursement Authority. Napanatili niya ang limited operational role matapos makipagtulungan sa audit at isauli ang ilang improper benefits. Ngunit wala na siyang access sa private credit systems or related party compensation. Ang handwritten certifications ni Rafael na dati niyang tinatanggap bilang sapat na ebidensya ay pinalitan ng verified documents at independent review. Ang lifestyle fund ni Celeste ay tuluyang kinansela. Nawalan siya ng service apartment, private club membership, luxury travel budget, wardrobe allowance, security package at lahat ng access sa De La Vega backed accounts. Tinapos din ang kanyang posisyon bilang communications director matapos mapatunayang hindi niya idineklara ang relasyon kay Rafael habang tumatanggap ng personal benefits at nakikilahok sa pagbuo ng compensation package para sa sarili. Ang luxury watch, handbags at iba pang item na napatunayang personal na regalo ay hindi basta kinuha ni Bella. Sinuri kung sino ang legal buyer, kung nabayaran ba ng company reimbursement at kung may obligasyong isauli ang halaga. Sa ilang bagay, pinayagang panatilihin ni Celeste ang item kapalit ng full reimbursement gamit ang sarili niyang pondo. Ang ibang produkto na hindi pa legally transferred ay ibinalik sa merchants. Ang private club fees at apartment charges ay isinama sa recovery claim. Sa mga unang buwan, paulit-ulit na sinabi ni Celeste sa social media na biktima lamang siya ng mga pangako ni Rafael. Totoong pinaniwala siya nitong malaya niyang magagamit ang card, apartment at lifestyle budget. Ngunit malinaw din sa mga messages na alam niyang marami sa mga bagay ay hindi pa aprobado ni Bella. Sa isang conversation kay Damian, isinulat niya launch first. "Once I appear publicly as Rafael's partner, Bella cannot withdraw the package without looking bitter." Sa isa pang message, sinabi niyang kailangang mauna ang jewelry gala bago malaman ng principal holder ang buong halaga. Sa isang televised interview, tinanong si Celeste kung bakit niya ipinagpatuloy ang livestream kahit na-decline ang unang charge. "Rafael told me it was only a technical issue." Sagot niya, "Did you know the card belonged to an account controlled by Bella? I knew she was the principal holder. But Rafael said, married couples share everything. Did you ask Bella whether she approved the collection? No." "Why not?" Matagal siyang natahimik. "Because Rafael said asking would ruin the surprise." Sumagot ang host. A surprise for the account holder or a strategy to prevent her from saying no? Wala nang malinaw na sagot si Celeste. Ang pinakamabigat na desisyon ay ang kinabukasan ni Rafael sa Montenegro Crown Holdings. Kinilala ng board ang tunay niyang kontribusyon sa paglago ng kumpanya. Siya ang nagdala ng malalaking real estate partnerships. Pinalawak ang retail network at nagtatag ng mga ugnayang nagbigay ng trabaho sa libu-libong empleyado. Ngunit hindi maikakaila na ginamit niya ang kaniyang title upang ipilit ang mga transaksyon na wala siyang independent authority na aprubahan. Pinahintulutan din niyang ilarawan ang personal benefits ng kanyang mistress bilang business expenses at inasahang sasalo si Bella sa risk dahil dati na nitong ginagawa iyon para sa kumpanya. Permanenteng tinanggal si Rafael bilang CEO. Napanatili niya ang lawful shares, personal property at compensation na walang kaugnayan sa disputed expenses. Ngunit hindi na siya maaaring gumamit ng De La Vega credit, guarantees, o retail relationships. Isang independent chief executive ang hinirang upang pamahalaan ang Montenegro Crown Holdings. Ang profitable divisions ay ipinagpatuloy. Ngunit ang expansion plan na nakadepende sa De La Vega Guarantee Consolidation ay kinansela at pinalitan ng mas maliit na proyektong nakabatay sa sariling capital at tunay na repayment capacity ng kumpanya. Sa final board session, tumingin si Rafael kay Bella. "You could have forced a sale of my shares. They lawfully belong to you," sagot niya. "You could have demanded control of the whole company. I do not need to own everything to enforce a boundary. You remove my title. The board remove your title. You had enough influence to save me. I also had enough evidence not to. After everything I built, you let them replace me. Building something does not create permission to use another person's credit without consent." Naghiwalay sila sa isang pribadong conference room ng De La Vega Family Office. Walang diamonds, camera o black card sa mesa. Nandoon lamang ang divorce agreement, personal property schedule at settlement ng lawful shares. Mas tahimik si Rafael kaysa noong araw na iniutos niyang hatiin ang transaksyon. Wala na ang kumpiyansang sapat ang isang tawag upang sumunod ang asawa. "Did you ever consider forgiving me?" tanong niya. "Forgiveness is not the same as remaining married. I ended things with Celeste. That was your decision. I cooperated with the audit. That was your obligation. I lost my position. That was the board's response. What else do you want from me?" "Nothing." Napatingin siya. "Nothing. I no longer want your promises, explanations, or approval. I only want the freedom to stop carrying the cost of decisions you made without me. I thought marriage meant we shared resources. It did. Sharing requires honesty. I never believed I was stealing from you. You believed you could decide first and inform me later. I thought you would understand the pressure I was under. You created pressure for me by announcing gifts before asking for consent. Was the necklace the final reason? No. Then what was the first decline?" Napakunot noo siya. "The card decline." "Yes. The system gave you a chance to stop. You knew the account needed my authorization. Instead of calling me, you divided the charge, changed the purpose, and ordered employees to bypass the controls. That was the moment you showed me what my consent meant to you. I was trying to avoid embarrassing Celeste. You protected her image with my name." Tahimik na pinirmahan ni Rafael ang divorce agreement. Bago isara ang folder, tinanong niya kung maaari pa ba siyang maging client ng Mason Aurelia sa hinaharap. "You may purchase any lawful item using your own approved funds and follow the same procedures as every other client," sagot ni Bella. "And the Empress of Luzon collection, it is not reserved for you. Could Celeste buy it someday? If the trust approves the buyer, the funds are legitimate and the transfer conditions are met. Her request may be evaluated. The collection is not a list of people I hate." Hindi itinago ni Bella ang Empress of Luzon collection sa sariling vault upang ipakita kay Rafael o Celeste ang bagay na hindi nila nakuha. Ibinalik niya ito sa De La Vega Heritage Gem Trust. Sa halip na ibenta agad, isinama ang koleksyon sa isang traveling exhibition tungkol sa kasaysayan ng Philippine jewelry craftsmanship, ethical sourcing at preservation ng heritage stones. Ang kita mula sa exhibition at license viewings ay inilaan sa Aurelia Craft and Retail Scholarship Fund, na nagbibigay ng training sa mga batang Pilipinong gustong maging gemologist, jewelry designer, goldsmith, cashier, compliance officer at luxury retail manager. Ang unang batch ng scholars ay nag-aral ng stone identification, ethical sales, financial transparency at customer protection. Kasama sa kanilang training case ang kinanselang transaksyon. Ngunit tinanggal ang mga sensitibong personal na detalye. Ang focus ay hindi kung sino ang mistress o sino ang napahiya. Ang focus ay kung paano pinrotektahan ng isang cashier at compliance officer ang may-ari, merchant at customer mula sa maling transfer. Isang taon matapos ang insidente, muling ipinakita ang Empress of Luzon Collection sa Maison Aurelia, Manila bilang sentro ng scholarship exhibition. Nakatayo si Bella sa tabi ni Lena at ng 3 young apprentice jewelers. Sa pagkakataong iyon, walang romantic live stream at walang CEO na nag-uutos na unahin ang packaging bago ang payment. Ang collection ay nasa loob ng secure display, kasama ang malinaw na provenance, trust, ownership at educational purpose. Tinanong ng isang reporter kung nasaan na ang black card na ginamit ni Rafael. It was returned to the issuing bank and permanently deactivated. Sagot ni Bella, "Do you regret giving him supplementary access?" "I regret allowing repeated exceptions to become an expectation." "Did canceling the card make you powerful?" "No. The card was always linked to my responsibility. Canceling it only restored the boundary." What proves who truly owns a powerful credit card? Tumingin si Bella sa mga cashier na nagtatrabaho sa marble counter at sa mga batang scholar na maingat na nag-aaral sa rare blue diamond. "Not the person holding it in front of a cashier." Sagot niya, "The true owner is the person whose name is on the account, who is responsible when the debt arrives, and who has the right to decide which transaction may exist." Noong araw na nagkunwari siyang cashier, naniwala sina Rafael at Celeste na ang cream uniform at name tag ay tanda ng kawalan ng kapangyarihan. Naniwala silang ang black card ay pag-aari ng taong may pangalan sa harap nito, kahit ang tunay na principal holder at guarantor ay ibang tao. Naniwala silang sapat ang isang live stream, engraved box at public promise upang gawing totoo ang isang pagbiling hindi pa pinapayagan. Ngunit hindi ginamit ni Bella ang yaman upang durugin ang kumpanya, ipahiya ang bawat empleyado o panatilihin ang diamond bilang tropeyo ng paghihiganti. Ginamit niya ang kanyang authority upang itama ang records, protektahan ng workers at ipaalala sa lahat na ang credit ay hindi libreng pera. Ito ay pananagutan na may pangalan, limitasyon at karapatang magsabi ng hindi. At nang muling kuminang ang Empress of Luzon necklace sa ilalim ng ilaw ng Maison Aurelia, hindi na iyon simbolo ng isang pangakong binili gamit ang pera ng ibang babae. Naging simbolo iyon ng katotohanang ang pinakamahalagang bagay sa isang transaksyon ay hindi ang taong nag-abot ng card, kundi ang pahintulot ng taong tunay na mananagot kapag dumating ang singil.